Hello everyone and welcome to English Banisa. This video will be discussing a grammar topic from the new degree semester 6 syllabus, that is types of conditionals. I have already uploaded the video in detail. You can go through the playlist or else I'm providing the link under the description box of this video. There you can see in detail all types of conditionals. In this video we are going to discuss textbook exercises which you have in your textbook. So there are five types of conditionals. Zero conditionals, which talk about general truths and facts. First conditional, which is real and possible situation. Second conditional is unreal or hypothetical present or future situation. Third conditional is unreal past situation. And the last one, mixed conditional, that is the combining time frames, means it could be present or past. Now let's discuss the exercises which you have in your textbook. So here we have the first exercise. Identify the category of if sentences. Now if sentences means the types of conditional. So in your exam you will get some sentences and they'll ask you to identify the types of conditional. Now how will you identify it? Based on the structure. So it's very important for you to memorize all the structures. They in that video also have uploaded in detail. You can watch that video, or else here I'm explaining in detail that all the structures one by one. So here you can see the first question. If the oven is hot, the cookies bake quickly. So it's talk about the general truth, right? So here you can see the structure. It's a zero conditional. Why it's zero conditional? Because it has if plus present simple. Present simple means if the oven is hot, the cookies bake quickly. This bake is nothing but it's again present simple. Here we don't have baked or will bake or bakes. Simply bake, present simple. So here we have, just you need to see the verb, present simple verb, and here again if plus present simple. So that would be zero conditional and it will talk about general truth or fact. Now the second one here we have, if the temperature rises above 45 degrees Celsius in summer, the lake will evaporate completely. Now this is called first conditional. Why it's first conditional? The structure is slightly different. Here the same you have if plus present simple, but for the next clause you will have will plus v1. So here you can see, let me show you. So here you have if plus present simple. If the temperature rises is nothing but it's a present simple. So this one is one clause, the conditional clause. After comma you will have will plus evaporate. We don't have evaporates or evaporated, but we have v1, that is the first form of the verb, will evaporate. So this is a real possibility or future result, means if something happened then the result would be something. So if the temperature rises, obviously the lake will evaporate. Now the next is, if the package arrives tomorrow, I'll be able to send it out on time. Now here again we have first conditional, because here we have if clause, package arrives, present simple, this is present simple, will plus be, v1. This is the bare form of the verb, the first form of the verb. So I'll be able to send it out. So this is again first conditional. Now let's see the next one, the fourth one. Here we have the fourth one. If you had volunteered for more project at work, you might have been promoted to higher position. Now this is third conditional. Now how will you identify the third conditional? Based on the structure. That's why I'm telling you to memorize all the structures. So this is past hypothetical or unreal outcome, means you did not do so. That's why the result did not come you wish for. Like here example, if plus past perfect, here past perfect, had plus v3, past perfect, comma, would, or any modal verbs you will get here, may, could, anything. Then plus have plus past participle, that is been promoted. If you had volunteered, you might have been promoted. Means you did not volunteer, that's why you did not promoted. So this is called third conditional. Now the next one, fifth, if I were a renowned chef, I would invite you to be my sauce chef. Now here this is the second conditional because it's unreal present, means hypothetical situation, means if I were so, something would happen. So here we have the structure if plus past simple. Here we have if I were or was, we don't take here, were only. So past simple if I were, and here we have would plus base verb, that is V1. Here this is base form V1. So based on this structures, easily you can identify the type of conditionals. Now let's see the next sixth one. If you had traveled more in your younger days, you would gain a broader perspective on different cultures. Now this is mixed conditional because that means the past conditional and the outcome is the present result. Means here if you had travel, that means you did not travel, that's why you don't know about the different cultures. So structures are very important. Now seventh one, if it rains heavily in Hyderabad, the traffic comes to a standstill. Now this is zero conditional because it's a general truth or fact. And here we have the structure if plus rains simple present plus simple present, the traffic comes to a standstill. Here we don't have any would or will or any have or form, just simple present plus simple present. So it's zero conditional. Now here we have next one 8. If you had listened to my advice, you could have avoided this situation. Now this is the third conditional, means past hypothetical but unreal outcome. Means he did not listen the advice, that's why he did not avoid this situation, means he suffered in this situation. So the structure if plus past perfect plus would or could anything plus have plus past participle. Now the next one, here we have the ninth one. If the recipe calls for tomatoes, we will need to buy some from the store. Now here this is first conditional because here we have if plus present simple cause, present. Again here we have will plus need, which is V1, the base form of the verb. This buy is not V1 because this together work as infinitive, to buy. Now the last one, here we have the 10th one. If you had saved the money, you could have afforded a house. It's a third conditional, means past hypothetical and unreal outcome. Means he did not do so, means he did not save his money. That's why he is unable to afford a house. So the structure is if plus past perfect. Perfect means had plus had V3 is called past perfect. And here would or could anything you can take here. So you could have plus again past participle afforded. So this is the last one is third conditional. Now let's move to next exercise. In your exam you will also get the bit where they'll ask you to make the zero conditional from first conditional, or they'll give you jumble words to make the conditionals. So here you can see the jumble words under the slashes. You need to make it to zero or first conditional. So here you have you, heat, water, it, boil. So you need to make zero, or means whatever possible you need to make it either first or zero conditional. So here we have the possible one. You can see one more thing, you need to put comma if you are starting your sentence with if conditional. So after if clause you need to put comma before starting the new clause. So it's a zero conditional because here you have simple present plus simple present. Now if she go, I be happy. If she goes, I'll be happy. This is the first conditional. Now let's see the answers. I have written the answers. So here you can see if you find my watch, you call me. If plus present simple plus present simple, that's why it's a zero conditional. If you find is present simple, my watch, This whole clause is if clause is still here, then comma, you call me. Call is again present simple, that's why it's zero conditional. Next here we have the second one. If you chew tobacco, you get mouth cancer. Again you have the zero conditional. If you chew tobacco, chew is a simple present and get again present simple. So this is again zero conditional. If kids play outdoor games, they are physically fit. Again general truth. Present simple plus present simple, again it's a zero conditional. Now the fourth one is if it is very cold, the coconut oil solidifies. So the structure here, if plus present simple plus present simple, again it's a zero conditional because we have two present simple in this. The next one again zero conditional. If the weather is hot, people feel irritated. So here again we have simple present and feel again simple present. So it's a zero conditional. Now let's see the first conditionals. Now let's see the first conditionals. If I visit every day, will you like it? So here visit present simple plus will plus V1. So it's first conditional. Here you can see the structure. If they enjoy the party, they will stay till the end. Again enjoy, it is simple present V1, and here we have will plus V1. So if you get will plus V1 and here present simple, then it's a first conditional. She will go abroad if she secures admission to a good university. So if plus present simple plus will plus base form, here you can see the changes. Here you can change the structure. First you can write the clause means the outcome, she will go abroad if she secure admission to a good university. But if you are not using if clause before, then no need to put comma over here. But if you are using if clause first, then to separate this one you need to put comma. Like let me show you. You need to put comma over here to make it like this. Vice versa you can use. First you can use if conditional, or else you can show the outcome first. Now let's move to see the next one. If she practices well, she will win the competition. Now if she practices well, present simple, she will win. Will plus V1 again is the first conditional. I will buy all the books if I get this scholarship amount. Again you can see I have used the first the result, then if clause here. You can use vice versa. You can use this one here. If I get this scholarship amount, I will buy all the books. You can do either way. Let's see the third exercise. Here you have to make second, third or mixed conditional. Now in your exam they'll give you the sentences and in bracket they'll guide you to change the given sentences to which conditional. Means here they have given this sentence and they are asking you to change this sentence to third conditional. So here you can see I have is already there in your textbook. So here if a venomous snake dash bite him, he dash die. So here they are asking you to change the given sentence into second conditional. Now how will you do this? Remember the structure of the second condition, that is if plus past simple plus would plus V1. So what would be the answer? A venomous snake bite him, he would die. So that would be the second conditional. Here I have written answers. You can see all the answers. So here you can see answers. This is the first one. If a venomous snake bite him, he would die. Second conditional, if plus past simple plus would plus be form. If you had arrived on time, we wouldn't have missed the train. You can pause the video or you can take a screenshot of this. So this all conditionals depend on the structures. So it's very important for you to memorize all the structures. If you memorize all the structures, only 5 structures are there. If you memorize those, then easily you can change any conditional. Now let's see the next bit, fourth bit. Make these clauses to form conditional sentences. Here just simply you need to match to make a suitable conditional. So this bit you may not get in your exam. They just give you some jumble words in a sentence and they'll ask you to make zero or first conditional, and they'll give you some sentences and they'll direct you to change to another conditional sentence. So here, but I have written answers. You can take this screenshot of this. I have matched the possible clauses to make sentence. Now here we have the last bit, fifth bit. Fill in the blanks using the correct form of the words given in brackets. So here the first one, if it dash, I will not go to the beach. Snow. So it is first conditional because here we have if clause and we have will plus go, which is v1 plus will, so it must be first conditional, so it should be snows. Just we need to add s to it and we need to write this snows here if it is snows. Next, second one, here we have she will arrive on time if the traffic dash not too bad. Here we have first conditional, just I have changed the position. She will arrive on time, first I have written this one, then the if clause. You can use vice versa. First you can write this if clause, then you can shift this one here. If you dash to the store, can you pick up some milk? Just simply this go will come this side, no changes. Next, here we have I will call you when I dash my homework. When I finish, present simple finish here, I will call you. This is the first conditional. No changes. If you dash do the party, please let me know. Come. Now here if you come to the party, please let me know. Just simply come. We will have a picnic if the weather dash nice. Now B here we have. So if the weather is nice. Next here we have she will go for a run when she has some free time. She will go for a run when she has some free time. She has have changed to has because here we are using singular pronoun. If he dash the bus, he will be late for work. Now miss here we have because it's past conditional, so here we need to write simple present, so misses. So if he misses, es. If he misses the bus, he will be late, first conditional. If you dash the recipe, the dish will turn out perfectly. If you follow the recipe, present simple follow will come here. If you follow the recipe, will plus v1, first conditional again. If you press this button, dash the machine dash start. If you press this button correctly, here you need to add correctly, the machine will start. Start, it's the first conditional again. Now the last bit, replace if with whether and vice versa in the following sentences and say if the meaning of the sentence remains the same. Now let's first of all see when we have to use if and when we need to use whether. So this if is commonly used in conditional sentences when something depends on something else or something happening. For example, if it rains, we will stay indoors. So and here whether is also used in indirect questions, especially when there is a choice or two alternatives. Means, do you know whether she will come to the party? So here we have the first one, let me know if Shabnam is coming to the library. So you can use either way. So the meaning would be remain the same. Whether is often used in indirect question like this. So but it doesn't change the meaning. So you can use let me know whether Shabnam is coming to the library. Instead of if, you can use whether. So there would be no changes in the meaning. Second one, if Ayush had told me, I would have helped him. So whether Ayush had told me, I would have helped him. So the meaning here changes slightly. Means whether in this case makes the sentence sound more formal, whereas if is more commonly which is used in hypothetical situation. Next here we have third one. I'm not sure if Gurmeet has seen my message. Now here I'm not sure whether Gurmeet has seen my message. So here the meaning remains the same. Whether can replace by if. So there would be no changes in this third one. Next here we have fourth one. I don't know if I should take the flight or train. I don't know whether I should take the flight or train. Here again the meaning would be same, no changes. You can use either one, either if or whether. Next we have fifth one. Ask Shastra if she wants to join us for dinner. Ask Shastra whether she wants to join us for dinner. Again the meaning would be same, no changes. Next sixth one. If I had 1 crore rupees, I would buy a big farmhouse. So whether I had 1 crore rupees, I would buy a big farmhouse. So here the meaning changes because whether is typically not used in hypothetical conditional like this. So you need to use if, it is the correct choice here. Next here we have Abdul asked if she had finished her homework. So we can use Abdul asked whether she had finished her work. So there would be no changes. Next here we have 8.1. Do you know whether he is employed? So the meaning remains same if you use do you know if he is employed. You can see here they have given directly they have given whether. So if you replace this whether with if, there would be no changes in the meaning. So you can use it either way. Next here we have the authorities debated whether to build a new park. So here you can use the authorities debated if to build a new park. Here the meaning changes slightly because if is used to introduce indirect question, but it is not commonly used to induce decisions or alternatives. So whether is preferred here. You need to use whether instead of if. So this one is the correct one. Last one. Do you mind if I turn down the volume? So here, do you mind whether I turn down the volume? So if you use whether instead of this if the meaning would be same, there would be no changes in the meaning. So this is all for today's video, types of conditionals, your textbook exercises. I hope it would be helpful for you. Memorize the structures and stay tuned for more videos, and thanks for watching.